Hey you, welcome to my channel, Momentarily Speaking. I'm Isha and Avaz. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've come back, I love it. Okay, I am taking Zepbound. Okay, so this is something that's very private for me, and I'm making it known right now. I haven't really talked to friends and family members about it. Frankly, because I don't want the noise. So I'm going to talk to you about my journey so far, and I want to be honest about what I was expecting and where I'm at right now. And let's get started. So, a friend of mine introduced me to Zepbound because she was having great success with it. For me, I when I was growing up, I was very skinny. I didn't have a lot of muscle or anything like that. Got married. When I was married, I was like 130, and then during that year before I had my son, I went down to like, I think it was 120. I think it was because of all the intimacy and love making. Anyways, so my son was born, and after my son was born, I stayed at 130, like 130. Then in 2004, I had my beautiful daughter who she changed my hormonal aspect of my life. I mean, that's when I gained weight. I went to 180 after I had her. I went down to 160. And honestly, I never went back down to 130. So I was at 160 doing my 30s, and then perimenopausal time started hitting, and I was between 160 and 175, to be honest with you. And I was like, okay, I can handle this. I've always had a lot of energy. I've always been this type of person that I'm always on the go and, getting things done. I rest well. I get up. I do what I need to do. I cannot stay sitting, and just being lazy. Let me retract that. Sitting is not being lazy. What I mean is, I'm not good at chillaxing. Let's just be honest. I'm not good at chillaxing. And so, right now I'm at 7610 in my steps. I'll be honest with you. Today I had a migraine, which is why I'm at 7610. But for the most part, I'm always at 10, between 10,000. When I was living in New York, I was doing max 12,000 because in New York you walk everywhere. Where I am now, we drive more than we take trains and all that stuff. So I've always been very adamant about, keeping myself busy and things like that. So I've never really had this thing about, oh gosh, I'm overweight. I don't like myself. And then during my 30s, my late 30s, I started seeing like my body was changing a lot. And I just couldn't get down from 180. I couldn't get down from 180. Forward to this year, May of 2025, I go to my doctor. I had just moved back to where I am, and I'm at 199.2. And I'm like, what the hell? This is not me. I have no idea what this is. Because, again, I measure my fitness based on how good I feel. And I feel good. Like, I feel good in my body. I feel like I can do a lot. But 199, that's not me. Like, I know that's not me. So I was really down about that. My friend told me about, hey, I'm taking Zepbound. I was seeing that she was having great results with it. I go to my doctor. She starts to talk to me about perimenopause, and she starts to talk to me about the importance of taking tests and doing hormonal testing to see where I'm at and all those things. And I started getting educated on the perimenopause journey that I'm on right now, the importance of magnesium. I've never been a breakfast person. I was skipping breakfast. When you're in perimenopause, and you can talk to your doctor about this, as a woman, your cortisol is high when you wake up in the morning. So you need protein to balance your hormones. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Because I don't like eating breakfast. And she was giving me pointers like, hey, you can boil 2 eggs, start with that. So now, in the mornings, I either I boil 2 eggs, or I take max 30 grams protein, glucose control, which I get at Walmart. And I get these four for $10 at Walmart. And I like it because it doesn't have, I'm not a sugar person, so it's only 1 gram of sugar. And it's rich chocolate, and I like it. It doesn't give me any stomach issues or anything like that. So anyways, in May, I start with 2.5. Okay. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I started watching all of the videos about Zepbound and the journeys and the losing weight and all, and I was so excited. It's May of 2025. We're currently in September of 2025. Okay. I'm thinking, my gosh, if these people are losing 30, 40 pounds, in 5 months, that's me. Surely that's me. Nope. I was so discouraged because here I am hiking on the weekends, making sure that my cortisol is not high, to do strength training because I'm single. I just have my dog, so I have the time. So I have a lot of luxury that other people don't have. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna work. Yeah, I am currently, with all the stuff that I do that I'm consistent with, okay, I am currently at 185.2. Last week I was at 184. Currently I'm at 185.2. Okay. So, yeah, do the numbers. Sorry guys, I'm not good at math. So I basically have been a slow loser. Now, I got my Renfo scale because that kind of gives you like your whole body physiology look of your weight, and do you need more water? Do you have muscles? 102 pounds is muscle. So I see that as a positive. I'm like, okay, I have good muscle mass, average, all this stuff. If I can put it on the video, put the screen so you can kind of see the breakdown. But, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, at least I have muscle, like, okay, I have strength, whatever. But I'm still overweight, you know? My goal is to get to 140. I've always felt like at 140, growing up, I was, like I said, 120 and 130. But really, at 140 is when I feel good about myself. I'm also top heavy. So, I think 10 pounds are up here. I had a breast augmentation in my 20s. And so as I changed and my body changed, well, guess what? My boobs got bigger. What do you know? I should have never gotten a breast augmentation, but I did in my 20s. And had I known that my boobs were going to grow, I would have never done that. But they did. And I find myself in perimenopause right now. I take my Zepbound every Tuesday. Throughout this journey, started in May, now we're in September, I have never missed a shot. I am very excited about this journey, to be honest with you. But I'm just a slow loser. I'm not, I don't have these stories of that people have of like losing, 20 pounds in 2 months. I'm not that story. But what I can say is that I'm learning more about my body and understanding, hey, I'm having a little grace with myself through this journey, excuse me, because I'm in perimenopause and I'm going to go through the menopause era, and so right now what I'm focusing on is strength training, making sure I do my steps, um, making sure that I am putting in my proteins. I can't do 130 grams of protein, but I can do 30 grams, every time I eat. Um, so I do this in the morning, and then I make sure that I have 30 grams of protein for lunch and dinner. Sometimes, to be honest, I don't get hungry for dinner. I do that. It just works for me. Um, but the protein is what's important, because as I do strength training, it allows the muscles to grow. It allows for me to have a better journey um, as I go through the menopause era. That I don't know how that's going to look like, but I know I am in perimenopause. So, yeah, when I went to the doctor, the best thing that I got out of this journey is understanding where my body's at, right? Understanding that I can advocate for myself by researching and getting the Renfo um, scale. And I take magnesium, zinc, and calcium every night before I go to bed. I don't do it during the day. I do it at night, and I let it go through my body. Every Tuesday, every time I take my Zepbound, I also take what my doctor prescribed for me, vitamin D3, 50,000 IUs, units, 50,000 IU. So that's only once a week that I take this. So I take it on the day that I take my shot. And so, went from 199 to 184. On my next episode, I'm going to talk about the side effects, because side effects have been different, and I want to break that down for you if you're interested in that. But if there's something else that you want to know about that that possibly you're curious about, send me a comment, and I'll start the conversation, and I'll mention it on the next video. But literally, this is where I'm at right now. I am a slow loser, but I'm winning in little steps. Again, I've met so many great people in this community that have like lifted me up, as far as like, you got this, you can do this. And it's been really helpful, because again, you start thinking about the way that's happening for other people, and then you're like, yeah, but that's not happening to me. Why am I not there yet? And really, the journey is not about where you're at right now. It's the destination, and some of us are turtles, and not rabbits, and that's okay. And maybe that's just how my life has always been. I've always been a turtle anyway. So, but I'm excited about this journey, and I'm excited about, sharing it with you, and anything that you want to know that I can help you with. I'm in the journey right now. But yeah, let's start a conversation, and let me know what you want to hear more about. And, anything you want me to show you, I've come out and said it. I'm on Zepbound. Anyways, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.